Real Housewives of New Jersey fans are familiar with Teresa Giudice and her family. Most of her children have grown up on the Bravo show. Her oldest daughter, Giudice, is being criticized online after she claimed that she is independent. Continue reading to see what RHONJ fans have to say about her claims. There is no doubt Giudice has grown up in the spotlight. She first appeared on Real Housewives of New Jersey as a child. Now she's become a close confidant of her mother's. More recently, viewers have seen her lingering around as the women of RHONJ gossip. However, Teresa Giudice's daughter doesn't have many fans. Many RHONJ fans don't love how she's talked about her aunt and uncle, Melissa and Joe Gorga. Most people assume she's a spoiled kid like most of the young Bravo stars. That RHONJ star recently graduated from college, but she still lives with her mom and her hubby, Luis Ruiz. Recently, Gia appeared on Jason Tartick's podcast to set the record straight about one thing: she doesn't live off her parents' money. Gia spoke in depth about her finances and a recent big girl purchase she made. On Jason Tartick's podcast, she talked about being financially independent from her parents. After listening to what Teresa Giudice's oldest daughter had to say, critics couldn't wait to slam her in the comment section. The eye-rolling emojis were plentiful. Gia stated that she pays for everything on her own, but still sleeps at her mom's house. One person wrote, "On my own at my mom's," accompanied by several laughing emojis. A second person commented, "I cover everything myself, but I live with my mom and dad." Another commenter suggested that living on her own meant buying herself Starbucks when Teresa Giudice wasn't around. Yet another fan added, "I'm on my own, aka I buy my own makeup and some clothes." Over the years, Giudice has had a Bravo career of her own. The kids have always been a huge part of the Real Housewives storylines. She's also worked on a few Bravo Kids projects with other Real Housewives kids, including Riley Burris from RHOA and Brooks Marks from RHOSLC. That RHONJ star has been spotted filming again recently as well. Bravo fans think this likely has something to do with the 15-year anniversary of Watch What Happens Live. That said, being Teresa Giudice's daughter carries some weight in the world of entertainment. She has plenty of opportunities beyond Real Housewives and in the Bravo world, so viewers know she's getting help from her mom one way or the other. The Real Housewives of New Jersey is currently on hiatus. You can stream past episodes on Peacock. Amanda Blankenship is an overcaffeinated wife and mother. When she's not reading or writing, you can find her watching reality TV or a good, juicy drama series. Teresa Giudice, one of the most iconic figures from the Real Housewives of New Jersey, has long been a staple of reality TV drama. From her infamous table flip to her legal battles, Teresa has managed to keep herself and her family in the spotlight. However, the attention isn't always positive, especially when it comes to her children, who have grown up in the public eye. One of the most recent controversies surrounding the Giudice family involves Teresa's eldest daughter, Giudice. Gia, now a young adult, has been a part of the Real Housewives universe since she was a child. Over the years, viewers have seen her transform from a precocious little girl into a confident, outspoken woman. However, with this transformation has come scrutiny, especially when Gia claimed that she is independent. The backlash was swift and fierce. Critics took to social media to slam Gia, accusing her of being out of touch with reality. But why did this statement ignite such a firestorm? And what does it reveal about the challenges faced by children of reality TV stars? Growing up in the spotlight, Giudice was only 8 years old when The Real Housewives of New Jersey first aired. As the daughter of one of the show's central figures, she was thrust into the limelight at a young age. Over the years, viewers have watched her navigate the ups and downs of her family's life, including her parents' legal troubles and her father's deportation to Italy. Growing up in front of the cameras is no easy feat. Every moment, from birthdays to family arguments, is captured and broadcasted for millions to see. While some might argue that the Giudice children have benefited from their family's fame, it's important to recognize the unique pressures they face. Gia has often been portrayed as the responsible older sister, stepping up to support her mother and younger siblings during difficult times. This role has undoubtedly shaped her perception of herself and her place in the world. To Gia, claiming that she's independent might simply reflect her belief that she has taken on responsibilities that many her age have not. The reality of independence, however, independence means different things to different people. For many, being independent means financial self-sufficiency, living on one's own, and making decisions without relying on others. It's this definition that critics have latched onto when challenging Gia's claim. Gia, who is still in college and lives with her mother, has certainly faced a different reality than most young adults. While she has taken on responsibilities, such as helping to care for her younger sisters and supporting her mother, her life is still heavily intertwined with her family's finances and fame. Critics argue that Gia's privileged upbringing, complete with luxurious vacations, designer clothes, and opportunities most people can only dream of, makes her claim of independence ring hollow. They point out that many young adults who truly consider themselves independent are working multiple jobs, struggling to pay rent, and dealing with the harsh realities of adulthood without the safety net of a wealthy and famous family. The double-edged sword of fame. It's important to remember that Giudice, like many children of celebrities, didn't choose this life. She was born into it, and her reality is vastly different from that of the average person. The privileges that come with being a Giudice are undeniable, but so are the pressures. Gia's every move is scrutinized by the public. When she posts on social media, she's not just sharing moments with friends, she's broadcasting to millions of followers, many of whom feel entitled to comment on her life. This level of exposure can be overwhelming, especially for someone still trying to figure out their identity and place in the world. The backlash against Gia's statement about independence highlights the double-edged sword of fame. On one hand, she has access to opportunities and experiences that most people can only dream of. On the other hand, she faces constant judgment and criticism from people who feel that her life is too easy or too privileged. The broader issue of celebrity children's situation is far from unique. Many children of celebrities face similar challenges. From the Kardashian-Jenner clan to the offspring of Hollywood stars, these young people are often caught in a paradox. They live lives of luxury and privilege, yet they are also subjected to intense public scrutiny. The question of whether these young celebrities are truly independent is a recurring theme. Kylie Jenner, for example, faced similar criticism when she was labeled the world's youngest self-made billionaire. Critics argued that her success was built on the foundation of her family's fame and wealth, not her own efforts. The broader issue at play here is the unrealistic expectations placed on celebrity children. They are expected to be perfect, to enjoy their privileges without flaunting them, to be successful without relying on their family connections, and to be relatable despite living lives that are anything but ordinary. A lesson in empathy. The backlash against Giudice's claim of independence serves as a reminder of the importance of empathy. It's easy to criticize someone for their perceived privilege, but it's important to remember that everyone's journey is different. Gia's version of independence may not align with the traditional definition, but that doesn't mean her experiences are any less valid. She has faced challenges that most young people will never encounter, from her parents' legal battles to the constant scrutiny of the public eye. Instead of tearing her down, perhaps we should focus on understanding the unique pressures she faces and acknowledge that independence can take many forms. For Gia, independence might mean emotional resilience, the ability to navigate the complexities of her family's life, and the strength to carve out her own identity in a world that constantly tries to define her. Conclusion. In the end, Giudice's claim of independence sparked controversy because it touched on deeper issues of privilege, fame, and the unrealistic expectations placed on celebrity children. While it's easy to criticize from the outside, it's important to remember that Gia, like everyone else, is on her own journey. Her version of independence may not fit the traditional mold, but that doesn't make it any less real. Instead of judging her, perhaps we should focus on understanding the unique challenges she faces and offer empathy instead of criticism.